GUI of your AutoCAD. So currently I'm using AutoCAD 2021 version, and this version has some advanced feature. I will discover those features as well. So right now, let me tell you that this is the GUI of your AutoCAD, and currently I'm in this Create tab. Here at the bottom, you can see that I'm currently in this Create tab. So whenever when you are about to create any drawing or about to create any file, so you will be coming to this Create tab. We have another tab that is called Learn. So here you will find some important videos and important information related to your software. So if you wish to learn from Autodesk, so there you have all this videos. So do discover these things. You will learn more details. So you can use these videos to learn more. So that will be beneficial for you guys. So please check and explore these videos as well. And I'm currently in this Create, and now let me tell you that this A symbol you can see at the left top corner, that is called your application menu or file manager, you can say. All right, and this part is called quick access toolbar. Okay, and the whole thing is called ribbon. Here you can see, follow my mouse, that part is called ribbon. Okay, and we have this ribbon tab, this home, solid, surface, mesh, these are called your ribbon tabs. So we have home tab, solid tab. Okay, so under this home tab you can see some panels are there. So named views, coordinates, model viewpoint, model viewports, visual styles, these are called panels. Okay, and within this panel you will find some tools which are related to this coordinates or the function. So as per the tools function, we have this panel. As you can say that all the tools are organized within the tab and within the panel. All right, and this one, your Autodesk AutoCAD 2021, that is your title bar. And here you can see that I have one bar that is called search bar, and this is called your info center. Here you can type any keyword related to the software, and you will you will open Autodesk website, and from there you will get the information related to your search. And now you see that your ribbon is deactivated right now, because this ribbon will be activated only when you are at any drawing file. Okay, so we'll start this drawing very soon. Before that, let me discover other parts of this GUI. So currently I'm within this start file. Okay, uh, so here you can see that we have this get started window. So if you click on this window with a default template, I'm coming to this template, what is called template, I will coming to this part later. Before that, let me just tell you, if you click on the start drawing, so with a default template you will open a drawing file. So let me click on this, and here you can see that one drawing file has been opened with the default template. Okay, so if you want to define the template, so here we have a drop down list. You click on this drop down arrow, and there you will find a list of template files. So we all have the template files. So you can choose from the list. Right now you can see that acat.dwt is the default one. So it can be set as the default, and it can be set as per the user requirement. So suppose you are choosing this one, and as per that you will have a drawing file. So let me select this, and when I click on this, so I have this one, and which has some particular settings. So now let me tell you about what is called template file. So template file is kind of a file where you have uh, a drawing file with a preloaded settings. uh, you define the settings for like dimension style, multi-leader style, text style, and all the settings, all annotation style, what will be the page size, default page size, and all. So this you are uh, going to define within this template, and you save it as a template so that you can use all those settings each and every time whenever you open that uh, in a drawing file. So that is your template. And we have this open file. Suppose you have created a drawing file, so you want to open your existing drawing file. So from this option you can directly go to that file and you can open it without wasting any time. And we have some sheet set, so you can open those also. And you can get more templates online. So for that you have this option, it will direct you to that particular website where you can search more templates. And you have explore sample drawings option. So when you install this software, this sample drawing folder is saved within the C drive. So there you can access all the sample drawings. So you can just simply click on that, and it will direct you to that folder. So this is the path: C drive, program files, Autodesk, and AutoCAD 2021. And there you have the sample folder. And within the sample folder you have other folders related to drawings, drawing categories. So you can search for it and you can access all the drawings. So I will suggest you to check all those sample files for your better understanding. This is your recent documents, recently accessed all the documents you have. And this is your notification area. So if you have connected your Autodesk account, so related to that you will get some notification, you will get some updated news. All right, so let's start a new drawing. So when you are at the new drawing file, you see your uh, ribbon is active right now, right? So these are your file tabs: start, drawing 1, drawing 2. These are your file tabs. Now this tool, you see that within this ribbon we have lots of tools, right? So this tool, you has some set, like if I say uh, the set of tools are organized as workspace, okay, as per the working purpose. Okay, so we have three default workspace. This is the workspace switching option. This is the workspace switching option. So if you choose drafting and annotation, so this is like for drafting and annotation purpose. So all the tools are available, but most of the tools related to your drafting and annotation come handy within this ribbon. All right, so as per your work purpose you choose this workspace. So we have three default: drafting and annotation, 3D basics, and 3D modeling. You can create workspace. So I have created workspace for different purpose. Like this AutoCAD Classic, you can create AutoCAD Classic, this kind. So I'm going to show you that. So just before that, just understand about the workspace. So workspace, you see that this is set of tools and set of your tab and uh, panels, all the things. You save it as a set as per your work purpose. If I give you some example, like uh, if I talk about a gift set, if I talk about a gift set, uh, so uh, this use the same gift box. You use the same gift box for all the things, for all the different occasion, but within that gift box, the gift varies, right? Suppose if you are gifting to your friend, so you will use anything related to that person, whatever he likes, whatever she likes. Suppose you are gifting to your parents, so then you will select another item related to that, but you are using the same box and the same wrapper, that the things, the that box is your ribbon, and the items, all the tools and the things you were using as per that event, as per the work purpose. So that is that set is called that workspace, and within that set, uh, as per the work purpose or as per the event, it varies, right? So that is your workspace. Here you can see. uh, I hope you are able to understand about this workspace, what is called workspace, right? Okay. So if you have any query related to this workspace, you can ask me. Now we will use this drafting and annotation. Okay. And now you see that we have this file tabs. So drawing one, drawing two, these file tabs are there. Suppose if you are not getting this file tabs, so come to this view tab, and here you have this file tabs window. If it is unchecked, then you will not get it. So when
Hello,
it
sir.
is checked, yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Actually, sir, we I used 2019, and then workplace is not here at that point.
Okay, so for that, what you should do is, just a second, it's blocking. Yeah. Here you have this option. This is the customization of your quick access toolbar.
Yeah.
Are you getting the, yeah? So click on that, and there you have this workspace option. You have to check this. Okay. All right. So here you have this file tab option. So you have to check this option, and then you will get it. And you also uh, you also can get it from this option. If you right click anywhere within this viewport, this whole black area, you can say it as viewport, and the space within this viewport is called model space. So I'm coming on this part, model space, later. So let me just right click on it, and here you have these options. And if you come to this display tab here, and here you have this display file tabs, if it is unchecked, and you will not get it. Okay, so from this method also you can get your file tabs there. Okay. And about this layout tabs, here you can see that model layout, these tabs are available, so you can switch to model space layout. And this, so if this layout tabs are unchecked, so you will not get it. So make sure this layout tab is checked. Okay, and about this view cube, this is called the view cube, so this should be checked. And about this is called navigation bar, so you can have it. This is not so much necessary to have it, so you can uncheck this one. And about the UCS icon, so I will also discuss about UCS. And here you can see that it is written WCS. I will talk about this UCS and WCS later. Let me just show you about this UCS icon. So this UCS icon will denote the X positive, Y positive, and the origin of user coordinate system, that is UCS. So it's better to have this UCS icon. So make sure this is checked. Okay. And now let me come to this home tab. Now let me talk about this black area. This is called your viewport. Okay, this is called a viewport, or as a local language you can say drawing area. So it's not the proper term, drawing area. So the right term is your viewport. And here you have some viewport control menu. This minus symbol is your viewport control menu. Here you will get some menu to control your viewport. I'm coming on this part later. And here you have this view control menu. So when you click on this view control menu, you will get some view menu. And this all this 6 are orthographic views, and these 4 are your isometric views. And we have some projection, so you can choose either parallel projection or perspective projection. So whenever you are having like uh, isometric view and any orthographic view, so for that you will be using parallel projection. And whenever you are creating any realistic view or perspective view, so on that time you will be choosing perspective projection. Okay, so if you choose perspective projection, then only you will get a horizon and your ground and your sky. So you will see that your objects, like if you imagine uh, to see the whole object, you will see that your object is merging with your horizon. So if you choose perspective, then only you will get that effect and that visualization you will get. So the realistic visualization you better uh, render, and you will have the realistic output of your model. And now let me talk about the visual style. This is called a visual style. So this is just different visual styles only. So we have this all this list of your visual style. So it's like you have clicked one photo and you apply filters to your photos. It's kind of this kind of similar. So you are just applying filters to your model. So that is called your visual style. Okay. Uh, Now you see that one plus symbol is hovering on this viewport. So this is called the cross hair. Okay. Now let me click on this viewport control menu. Here you can see that this viewport configuration list option is there. So within this list you can choose. So right now this single is selected. Right now this single is selected. We are having a single viewport. Suppose you need a 4 equal viewports. So you can click on this 4 equal viewport from that viewport configuration list. So here you see that all the viewports are having the same view right now. Okay, so you can change the views right now let me change the view from this view control menu, and here this is top, and here let me change it to front. Now we can see that this is front right now, and here let me change it to left. Okay, and here let me change it to any isometric, so let's choose that. Okay, now if I create any model, suppose let me before that let me change it to realistic or any shaded visual style, so that we can see the surfaces of a 3D model. So let me create a box. So the command is box, uh, and press enter. So let me create. Okay, so here let me choose realistic. So here you can see, and here you can see this is the top view. This is the top view. So this is the active viewport right now. You can identify with this blue border. So that means this is the active. And when you click on this viewport is right now active. So you scroll down to zoom out. So this is right now the front view, and this is right now the left view of the same model. So you can change your viewport configuration. Okay, and the space within this viewport, you have model space. So you can ask me that, sir, are we having four different model spaces? No, we are having one model space, and that space is infinite. It is not limited, it is infinite. And you can also ask me that, sir, if I'm having the same model space in all four viewports, so how can I have this four viewports? So it's like you know that when a live match is going on, so it's going on in the stadium, right? But we can watch that game, that live game, sitting at our home. So how we can watch that? uh, we are having one television, right? Or our mobile. So that is your mobile or your uh, television or laptop, that is your viewport, right? And at the space, that is the stadium, so the space is one, and you can watch it at different viewport. That is the thing. So you have this. Okay, and you can merge it to single. So you can maximize this viewport, or you can choose single. So here you have the single. So here you also can change this. So right now this is the parallel projection. With this parallel projection, I'm having SW, southwest isometric. You can choose southwest isometric. Okay, you can change this visual style. Okay, so whenever you are working for your 2D drawing, so you just choose 2D wireframe. Okay, so you will not get any surface in the Z direction. You will not get any surface in the Z direction. All the 3D elements will not be visible if you choose this 2D wireframe. You can have other views like conceptual, and so when I'm using this conceptual, hidden, and this realistic and all other these things, you can see that the UCS icon is right now have the thickness, right? and it's showing in the color, and you can see that my crosshair is changed right now. So if I'm uh, having this, so when I'm in this 3D view, you can see that my crosshair is showing you the 3 dimension, right? And if you change it to any 2D, any 2D orthographic view, so on that time you are having this 2 dimensional crosshair. So if you change it to any 3 dimensional view, you will have your crosshair as well. Okay, but when you are using this 2D wireframe visual style, you can see that the UCS icon is also like 2 dimensional, right? So you can see, you can just like you are imagining this as like said at the uh, Z is like perpendicular or vertical. So this is like 2D, 2 dimensional. This icon is right now 2 dimensional. You can see, right? Okay. Uh, Now you change always whenever you are working in uh, working for 2D drawing. So you change it to 2D wireframe, or and then you choose any 2D orthographic view, particular for front or any left. So this is front view. Here you can see this is front view right now. This is front view, and here you have this X and Z, right? This is XZ work plane. So now let me change it to left. Here you can see left. So this is YZ right now, and back, that is XZ. Again right, that is YZ, and front, that is XZ. And when you are at top, so you have XY plane. Okay, so XY is your working plane. This is the default working plane. You can change the working plane. Like if you want to work along the XZ plane, you cannot make XZ plane as a working plane, but you can change the orientation of your XY plane. So right now your floor is your XY plane, and you want to create anything on your wall, right? So your wall is your YZ plane. Assume it, your wall is your YZ plane, and you want to draw anything on the wall. You cannot draw it, right? Because the XY, your floor is right now the working plane. So whatever you will be drawing, it will be drawn on the floor, on the XY plane, and you can change it. So for that, what you have to do, you have to change the orientation of your XY plane. So it will be needed while working on 3D. So I will show you that also during the 3D, so that you can change. So just for the information right now, just know that the default working plane is your XY plane. So this information is most important for any 3D modeling software, because changing the working plane and the orientation of the working plane will help you to create and will give you ease for creating any difficult 3D model, any complex model. So we will learn when we will create any 3D model in AutoCAD. Okay. Now see that this is the view cube. From this view cube, you can change the view as well, right? And it's showing you the direction, all the angle direction, east, north, and west and south. So these are the like default. These are the default angle direction, and right now it is showing you that WCS. And here you have this UCS icon. Okay, so in AutoCAD we have two different coordinate system. One is user coordinate system and another is WCS, world coordinate system. So AutoCAD works as per the UCS. Okay, how you set your UCS, as per that you will have the result in AutoCAD. So AutoCAD by default works along UCS. Okay, so why this then this WCS is showing? So that means when you are having this WCS here, so that means your UCS is aligned with WCS. Okay, so that is the first point. Your UCS and WCS is right now aligned. So how you understand? Here you will get this WCS option, and at the origin you get this little rectangle there. At the origin of your UCS you get this little rectangle. So that means the origin of your UCS and the origin of your WCS is coincident right now, and it is aligned with WCS. Okay, so if you change the position, if you change the origin of your UCS, so I'm right now selected the UCS icon, and if you just place, and then you can just move origin only, you can move and align, or else you can just click and click, hold your click and place it right there. And now you cannot see that rectangle at the origin, and here also you cannot see it is mentioned as WCS. Right now it is mentioned as unnamed. So that means right now you are having just UCS, and all the time you are having your UCS, but at the default your UCS is aligned uh, with WCS. Okay, so right now as per your placement you are having your UCS. So, what is WCS? So, the WCS is World Coordinate System. So, as per the world, everything is set. Your direction of length, direction of breadth, direction of height is set. The direction of east, the direction of north, the direction of west, the direction of south, and what is the initial angle, like sun rises from the east, so that is the initial angle, so that counts as 0 degree. So all these things are set, you cannot change it, you cannot redefine it. So that is your world coordinate system. Okay, so as per that you have your x positive direction, you have your y positive direction, you have your z positive direction. So your length direction is your x positive direction, and y is your uh, width direction, and z direction is for height, right? So you cannot redefine it, you cannot say that the bottom direction is called height. That is not right. So the bottom direction is for depth, right? So that is for, per the as per WCS, World Coordinate System. So if you get the result, if you want to get the result as per that WCS, so what you do is you align your UCS with WCS. That's a simple thing, because AutoCAD works as per WCS, and you want result as per WCS, so then you have to match your UCS with WCS. That's a simple thing. Okay, so let me to change here. Let me select this UCS icon right now, and here let me do the change. Let me change the x positive direction and y positive direction right now. And now you can see that your view cube is changed, right? Your front is changed, your left direction is changed, right? uh, Now if you create any line, so to create any object we have this line. So within this ribbon you can choose any icon or any tool and you can activate that. Here we have this command line window. So this is the command line window. You can type the command. So AutoCAD is command based semi parametric software. So you can activate any tool with the command. So you just type like L is the command for line, and you see this is the auto suggestion window. It will suggest you, and you can press enter after that, and right now line is activated. So what is called line? So here if you use line command or line tool, it will create line segment. So to create a line segment you need 2 points only. You need 2 points. So let me define the first point. So I'm going to define the 0 comma 0. So here only x and y value. So x value is 0 comma y value that is also 0. So that will be my UCS origin. Okay, 0 comma 0, enter. And here you can see that my line is created at the origin point of my UCS. And my line segment is not completed yet. We have to define another point to complete this line segment. So let me define the another. So let me go with 50 unit comma 0. Okay, so let me type it 50 comma 0 and press enter. And there you can see, right there you can see this line segment is created from 0 comma 0 to 50 comma 0, and it is working as per the UCS, right? As per the UCS, this is the direction for x positive, this is for y positive, and perpendicular to x and y we have z direction towards the user or towards your screen. You have the z, right, because we are at the top view. Okay, now let me create another one. And so here I'm placing the value that is being calculated from the origin. So the that is my absolute coordinate. So the values are absolute coordinate. So I'm going to place like 50 comma 50. So it is going to be calculated from the origin, the UCS origin. So 50 comma sorry 50 comma 50, it will be 50 comma 50 and press enter. And there you can see from the last end it's continued, the segment is continued. So for the next segment you just have to press another endpoint. So let me place it another endpoint, that will be 0 comma 50, enter. And after that what you can do is you can click on this close. Here you can find out this close option. So what will be done? Sorry guys. Okay, so here what I can do is I can click on this close. So what it will do is it will close this segment from the last point created to the first point created. It will close that segment. So let me click on close. Here I have. Okay, so after changing this UCS, I will put all the commands, all the values, it will work as per the UCS only, right? It will work as per the UCS only. So if I need the result as per WCS, so either I can do the alignment with the WCS. So how I can get it back? So after selecting this UCS, just place your mouse. Don't click. Just place your mouse on this origin. Just place your mouse, and there you will find out world. You can click, and you will get it back. Okay. Here you click, and you get it back aligned with WCS. Right. Let me undo it. Suppose you don't need to change it, you don't want to change it, you will be working as per this direction, you will be working, right? And for few seconds or few part only uh, you need the result as per WCS. So without changing your UCS, how you can get that? So if you are working with absolute coordinate value, so let me show you that with absolute coordinate value. So let me delete this. This one was created as per WCS. Let me delete that. And here let me change the color so that you can easily identify. Let me go this color, and let me go that line. And you remember that the first point I defined 0 comma 0, right? So here at the prefix I will press star so that it will take WCS, it will take World Coordinate System. The value will be taken as per WCS. Okay, so 0 comma 0, and before that you press star and press enter. Okay, now you can see here it is created. The line started from here. So this is the WCS origin. This is the WCS origin. You may have one question in your mind, sir, why don't we have any icon at the origin? Because this is WCS. Do you have any mark for east side in the real world? Do we have that, like sunrise? Do we mark that this is the direction? No, right? So whenever we will put the right value, it will direct you. So whenever you will place compass, it will direct you to that location, right? So as per the world, everything is all the values are there. So as per that, you will get the right location. So you don't need any mark to locate. So whatever is man-made, uh, and for all the man-made location, you put mark, right? So it is same like that. It is same like that. We don't need any mark for WCS. Just put the right value. And next value, press star, and let me put 50 comma 0, enter, and there you can see, right? And again let me press star 50 comma 50. So all the values are same, just I'm adding star in the prefix. 50 comma 50, enter. And again let me go with star, uh, like let me go with this 0 comma 50, enter. And for this again star 0 comma 0. Here we have, and close it. Okay, I hope you understand the difference between UCS and WCS. Okay, so this is how your coordinate system works, and I will talk about the coordinate values. And as per the coordinate values, we have uh, different like different values, like different coordinates we have, like absolute coordinates we have, or you can say that is Cartesian coordinate, and we have two coordinate values like Cartesian coordinates and polar coordinates. We have Cartesian coordinate and polar coordinate. So whenever we are calculating as per x, y, and z, we will be using uh, Cartesian coordinate system. In the linear direction, we'll be using Cartesian coordinate. And if I'm placing any coordinate or any location value in 360 direction, so for that I will be using polar coordinates, polar coordinate values. Okay, so in the next class we will be learning about Cartesian coordinates and polar coordinates. So and we'll be applying in two different system, UCS and WCS. All the coordinate values I'll be applying on UCS and WCS both. Okay, so now let me talk about this model space. Let me change it to world. Okay, let me change it to world. Okay. uh, Now let me talk about this model space. So the model space is the infinite space, and this is the space where you create your model, you create your drawing, and we have layout space. So for layout, just we have two different tab. So that doesn't mean we have two layout space. This is for a different you can compare with the different varieties. You can at the default condition you can have two different pages, and within that you can compare. So that is why we have two layout tabs. So this layout tab is for paper space. So this space is called paper space, and this is the finite space. So as per your paper length and width, you have the space area. Okay, so we have paper space. So whenever we will be finalizing our model, our drawing, uh, okay, so whenever we will be finalizing our drawing, our model for printing, we'll be placing on paper space, and this is the area where you will be setting your page and your margin and all the placement for your drawing. Okay, so let me come back to model space. And here you can see that we have some more drawing coordinates values and some more icons. So this is called your status bar. So the status like about the drawing status. So right now your uh, location of your crosshair you can see through this coordinate value. So you can customize also. You can see this customization, three horizontal lines at the bottom right corner, this customization. So with this, if you check, uncheck, As per that, you will have icons here. Okay, so we have some functions here, some like snap, grid, and object snap. So some functions are there which will help you to create accurate model, accurate drawing in AutoCAD. So in the next class, I will discuss about all this function in the status bar. Okay, and let me talk about navigate how you navigate your drawing in this screen. So whenever you hold the middle mouse button, you just pan. This is called pan. So you hold the mouse middle button and you move your mouse, so you just pan it. Okay, and you scroll it up for zooming in, and you scroll it out for zooming out. Okay, and suppose you have created a small drawing and that is not visible within this. So at the single click you want to make it visible within this viewport. So what you do is double click your scroll button, and all the drawings will be visible within this screen. So this how you navigate generally. And you left click for selecting any object, and you have right click for extra options. You can have extra menus. So in the next class I will be discussing about all these things. Okay, so we have some selection window, how we can select it with the left click. So in the next class I will be discussing about this in details. So today I have provided you the overview of this software, how you operate this software, how you handle the software, and how this software actually work, how you can create uh, drawing here. So whenever we are plotting, we will be plotting at the right coordinates. So for that we can place coordinate values. So how this AutoCAD work, as per that you will be defining your coordinates. So that's all for today. I hope you understand this. Thank you very much.